BLPA Big Show. Hockey, sports, life for the adult athlete. Powered by the Beer League Players Association. Follow us at the BLPA.
Everybody, just follow.
Keep connected with us. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. You dig that?
Follow.
On every social media outlet. And make sure you follow the crew on Twitter. Nick at Nicker Jones. Jason at Beer League Jason. And Jillian at BLPA Jillian. Let's get it.
Welcome to the greatest sports show in the world.
Hey, that was Hockey Podcast.
Good week, everybody.
Thanks.
Good week, everybody. It has been it's been a busy week. It's been a stressful week, but it's been a good week. It's been a good week.
Hasn't been a good week over here. I'm gonna give it to you straight.
Oh, I like straight shooters. Okay,
Yeah.
straight.
I'm gonna tell you it's been pretty miserable.
What's going on?
You want to know more? I've given you a few complaints about this. So Rob Rod, we presume slipped a disc. It's still to be determined whether he's faking the injury to just get off of baby duty, or if he actually is hurt. But he has hardly moved from the living room floor or our bed for the past 5 days.
Okay.
And so the funny part about it is, because we have to find some humor, is when he was in pain one of these days, I understand. I don't resent him for this. I am sympathetic. I feel bad, but I was like, I get it. And he's like, no, I don't think you don't know what this pain is like. And I'm like, So I gave birth less than a year ago. And so we always make the jokes of like, oh, once a man has a cold, he understands what it's like for a woman to be in labor. I think that's with this back pain. And I'm like, do we not remember when I was like 2 days postpartum and you had a cold so you couldn't get up in the night? And I'm like scooting off the bed, like, hopefully a stitch doesn't tear as I'm going to get the baby. And he's like, you don't know this pain. I'm like, you're right.
Can I ask? Last week he did so good. Like with like
he was so good.
And did the back pain come from like the result of the appreciation you showed him? Because I remember last time it was like, hey, we have to do something pretty good for him.
The appreciation I shared was a shout out on the podcast. And
Oh,
he's lucky.
I didn't know
He's
that. I didn't know that was a form of appreciation. Well, if that's all, shout out to everyone that's ever done anything nice for me. I'm not
a
absolved
negative
from
shout
doing
out
anything.
this week.
Yeah. Negative shout out to Slippy Disc Rob.
Yeah.
Over there.
How dare you?
Listen, I've had back issues before, so I get it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's the pain of having a baby, because I don't know that pain. I've never done that. But I've had to have back surgery. Like I was bedridden for a couple months.
Yeah.
Like legitimately, and like tennis, as always, takes care of me. She's mad at me right now. I just want to throw this out. I didn't listen to her.
Therapist hour.
She said, I leave today. Like Cooper's last day of school today. I'm back because I want to see him on his last day of school, and then they're going to take me to the airport, and then I'm going to leave. And so things get a little stressed, right? Things get a little stressed when it's leaving time, because I'm a procrastinator. Because why do what you can do when you can procrastinate? All great things that have ever been invented are from procrastination. I believe that.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, so she's like, well, we should go to the storage. She said last night to get like the Dex medals and the pins that we need. And I said, oh, just do it today. She's like, no. And then I'm having a few issues sleeping, so I didn't sleep well. So I slept in a little bit. And then I was like, oh, I remember I told Dylan we're going to do podcast at noon today. And she's like, see, you didn't listen. We should have. And so on me, like, I don't listen. I fully acknowledge that I don't listen. And so just let me give her a shout out on the podcast. Let me give her a shout out on the podcast so it absolves everything. Apparently, Jillian.
Yeah, this is how it works. Everything will be fine.
Shout out tennis.
Wow.
So this is how busy I am.
Okay.
Right now.
Let's feel bad for you.
I don't need you to feel bad. Like it's of my own doing. Like I'm just, I like to share my life so everybody can understand about how unorganized I am. And so when they see any semblance of organization, they'll know that it's Tanis. Shout out. I've done it twice, right?
Yeah.
So basically, I was in Huntsville. We did a tournament, and I drove from Huntsville to DC, parked the trailer and the truck, and I got on a flight back here. And I did it so I could see Cooper's, last day of school, and excited, all that good stuff. And so then I had to book a flight back to DC, right? And so I'm booking flights and they all suck. And I find one. I'm like, oh, this is a great flight. I'll book it. Boom. Well, it was with WestJet and I got upgraded. It's like you got upgraded. Go choose your seat. And I'm like, "Well, okay, let's go." And I go in, and this is literally Sunday. I go in, and it turns out I had booked the flight from Washington Dulles back to Calgary, not Calgary to Washington.
Oh.
And so I was without a flight, and so, like,
Mm.
it was a big I mean, I got a flight, cool, whatever, but that's just the shit that goes on. You know, sometimes I'll get to a hotel, and I swore I booked it, but I didn't book it,
You
right?
need an assistant.
Uh, yeah, yeah, like, if I could find here's what I need, okay? If I could find an assistant that also has, like, a massage therapy license, also, can maybe cook, meals
Okay.
and all in one, and they'll do it for dirt cheap, I would hire
It
her.
sounds like Tanis.
No, 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 she doesn't have a massage
She doesn't
therapy
have her license.
license, so
She works under the table.
bacon, so it's kinda you know what I'm saying? I love bacon, so
Lord knows, yeah, as you came on here, would you like to tell them in what state you came onto the podcast before you got here? Chewing your ginger chew for your tummy, drinking a
yeah, yeah.
ginger ale for your tummy?
Well, when I the problem is, when I don't sleep, like, it affects everything, right? And
Yeah.
so, like, one of the things is Tessa was like, why you sleep in?" And like, "Well, listen, if I don't get enough sleep, then I just get sick, right? It's just"
Yeah,
and
yeah.
listen, in the chat, they're saying, "You need an
Chat.
assistant, I love you a long
Hey,
time."
chat.
Hey,
Hey,
chat, what's up,
chat.
chat? Hey, chat, no, I don't I'm not I see what you're getting at, happy endings.
Which they said. Casey says, "You need assistants that will love you long time."
And listen, I'm not opposed to happy ending, but no, I legitimately like myself. I'm an old man and my body hurts. And as a matter of fact, you know, Cooper, I mean, he's 8, he's a little behind the curve of riding a bike. He just never had shown much interest in riding a bike. And so he wanted to ride a bike. You see?
'Kay.
And so I got him a bike and I was walking behind it, still in training wheels, whatever. And so he's riding it and he gets ahead of me because I'm just walking
Mhm.
and he falls. And he just lays there. So
Oh.
I'm like, oh shit, he's hurt. So I gotta crank it up. And I haven't listen, I haven't ran in years. And so I got there. He's okay. He's just like, I'm like, are you okay? He's like, yeah, just wanted to take a rest.
Yeah. Just like dada.
But then later on, like, my whole hamstring is, like, on fire, and I'm like, "Fuck." So it's not love you long time. It's I want actual therapists that will, like, give me a massage every day so my body doesn't hurt, right?
Maybe a therapist would say if you do some regular exercise, you wouldn't be at this point of needing
But
I
e
don't know.
exercise kinda gets in the way of my procrastination. You
You
know?
can last
So
minute you can run fast, you just run faster. You
yeah,
push off the workout, so you run
look what
faster,
happened.
shorter.
Look what happened when I tried to run fast, right? So, um, can you
It's
before you get going too much into this,
fine.
can you tell people where they can find us?
I suppose I could, if you really want me to. Is
Do it,
that
I dare you.
that's okay. Well, so every
Double dog
social
dare.
media, that means Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, X, OnlyFans, Patreon, Twitch, Pinterest, Nick's favorite red note is all at the BLPA.
You forgot
The is just
Substack.
the.
You forgot
Oh,
Substack.
oh, subs
That's where the
we have a
newsletters
new
live
thing.
and that's yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. This is what I also wanted to bring up to you. After you just in the same breath of this rant is like, I have so much stuff going on. He will text me, "We should do this." Just something. It could be anything. "We
By
should do
we,
this."
I meant you,
Yeah.
just to be fair. I
We
and
you're
you were like
French now.
you're like, "No."
We.
You're like, "No."
He says, "We should do this." It could be anything. And then he's like, "Well, I wanna do this, but I have no time." 48 minutes later, "Hey, I just did it." So, that's what happened with the Substack. Tell
I
us about a Substack.
here's the deal. I
Yes.
I have this thing in my brain that when I have an idea, I have to do it or it bugs me forever.
Yeah.
Whether it's gonna work or not. And listen, people can tell me that's not gonna work, that's not gonna work, that's not gonna work. Oh, okay, cool. But I'm not going to believe you until I see for myself. And that's just always how I've kind of done things. And it's just when you get it's like I don't know, a tortured artist mentality. Like
Yes.
you get something in your brain
Very
and
Taylor
it's
Swift of you.
you can't function until it's done because that's all you think about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's one of those things where I mean I'm not gonna lie about it. Everyone always says, "Oh, he says he creates it." I didn't have this. I just saw it. And I'm like, this would be cool for our people because one of my passions in this life is creating new hockey things and bringing new hockey players to the game because wasn't that long ago that I was a new hockey player. And
Me.
so I still have that passion. I like to see new people in the game. It gets me excited when they're excited to be playing this new sport. And I just thought, there's a lot of so many new players out there that don't get the information that maybe we've learned throughout our time as beginners. And so I just wanted to find a way to share it. And there's so many people in the BLPA that have a story, and I'd like to find a way to get it out. And sure, we have like Reddit and we have Discord, but they're not commonly used, and it's not kind of a newsletter writing form. It's almost like you're probably too young for this, but like Zanga. You ever heard of Zanga? It's like an
No.
it's like an online journal. I'm so
Oh,
glad they closed them and you can't go find them
you can't
anymore because
access it?
yeah. And so it's just one of those things where I want to do a weekly newsletter and just kind of you know, a story from a rookie, uh,
Yeah.
some gear talks, some drills you can do, some stretching you can do, get
Oh,
that kind of thing, and just kind of tell not only my story but also the stories of all these cool people that I meet in a way that's kind of there and it's easy to kind of digest and consume. And so that it's just it's not a big thing, but it is a big thing, right?
it is a
So
thing. I think every picture, every stretch that you share in this has to be an image of you doing that stretch. It's like touch your toes. You're
it's
like,
a video. It's like touch my toes. I'm like, all right.
yeah, done. And now
Wow,
you're ready for the ice.
stretching is so easy. So, but anyway, so yeah, Substack. But outside of
Okay.
that, all the other socials, the BLPA, you can find
Yeah.
us there, and yeah. So
I will say Jeff Peck is especially chirpy today.
I love it when Jeff Peck comes on here and he's ready to chirp. I love it,
Do you?
love it. Yeah.
That
Hey,
makes 0 of us.
so here's the deal. Look, I'm going to DC today. Like I fly in. Here's the shitty part about it. I talk about sleep because I fucked up my flights. I leave here at 7. I get into like Denver at 9:30, and then my flight leaves at 11:58 to Washington D.C. p.m. So I'm not in till like 5 in the morning. It's gonna be fucking ridiculous. But
Why?
because
Okay.
that's the flight that I had to have because there's other things that I have to get done for Bash because they're a little bit more intensive in terms of setup and stuff than the decks. And so I have to get all that stuff done. Usually I would leave on Wednesday morning and get there and have all of Thursday. But because I fucked up my flights, this is what you're left with, right? To get you
Yes.
there in a time to do things. And so we're going there. Great, 20 teams, so bigger. We grew by 2 teams from last year, which is
Fine.
nice. And then
Why
we go to
not?
Niagara Falls, which still needs skaters. So if you want to skate, come on out to Niagara Falls on July
Is that
4th.
thing there where there's like 3 team or like a team that dropped and they know that they like the spot is there? What
Well,
was that thing?
it was 3 players.
3
Like,
players
yeah.
dropped, so you can play for free basically if
Well,
there's someone
$75, right? But those spots were
that's
taken
crazy.
just like that because we got
Dang,
a bunch of cheap
I almost
fucks.
did it.
You cheap fucks. Hey, if you come out, I'll let you skate for free.
Niagara Falls is too far. Pick something
Hey,
closer.
are you just gonna mosey down from NorCal to SoCal in a few weeks for the military
What week is
draft?
it?
It's like third weekend of August. I'll have to check. Maybe it's this. Yeah. Yeah.
Not
Because
the
it goes,
22nd though.
no, it's the week before that, I believe.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. It's
Maybe.
in San Diego. Just kind of
I kinda
mosey on
want to.
down. And
I'll just
I'll tell
see.
you what, it's a bunch of virile, strong military guy. No bad backs here. You know what I'm saying? You don't
Whoa,
know,
a man
no
who can
bad back.
walk?
Yeah.
Ho
No.
whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, sorry, Slippy
Woo!
Disc Rob. Sorry.
Sorry, Rob.
Can you imagine if he listens to this and he's
I
like,
wanna go.
oh, he's like,
I think he can hear from the other room because he always every time I come out, he looks mad at me.
well, if you have a problem, get up and say something about it.
That's right, walk over here, try and catch me. Bet you can. I wanted to do when I go home, we're going home in a couple weeks for a wedding, and I want to get on the ice and have, Jillian's dad Deeks.
Oh,
Jillian's dad Dangles, and, like,
yeah.
see if he can like, if I can beat him with a hockey stick or something.
You should call it Daddy Deeks.
Daddy Dangles.
Big Daddy Dangles.
absolutely will not be doing that.
That's what I'm gonna call. Hey, tune in here in third week of August, and we're gonna have Big Daddy Dangles.
Hey,
That's
dang,
a
oh,
that's a new segment.
ding.
So, okay, what
Okay.
are we actually gonna talk about?
Well,
Like,
here's the
what's
thing
on your
that we're
mind?
gonna talk about. I talked to the community again. I reached out and I said, "Hey guys, I get a lot of hate for everything I do, but mainly for my takes being too tepid. When I say I have a hot take, you always come at me and say, that's not a hot take. That's just like a sentence. So I reached out to the BLPAers and I said, all right, give me some real hot takes. Let's stir the pot. So I compiled 10 of them
Okay,
and we're going to go through them.
okay,
We're
I like
also
that.
going to talk about, I think I mentioned this last week that there were, when we posted about trying to get the drip, there were two guys who shared their on ice proposal story. And one of them shared a video, so I want us to watch that video because it's so cute.
Okay, we're cutesy.
And then another guy's gonna send me a video of his talking about his on ice proposal, so that's for next week.
Okay.
I also got you because AI is taking over the world, and I'm
Yep.
bringing back our fake ad read until we get real ads again.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to read that. He hasn't seen the copy for this yet, so
Oh boy.
just be ready for it. And then I wanted us to do this game, but now I don't know if you'll be ready for it, of top fives.
Okay.
It's just called top fives, and we'll pick like I gave us 3 categories, so we have to choose like top fives of these things, and then people
Okay.
can disagree with us in the comments.
Okay. Speaking of hot takes and ad reads, I just want to say, if you want to look hot, you can look hot on the ice by wearing the brand.
That's what I heard.
This episode's brought to you by the brand Gameware. And listen, here's the deal. Uh, I get it. A ton of different jersey companies, a ton of them, right? And I see ads all the time on my Facebook, like, "Oh, tired of boring jerseys."
Yeah.
But then the ads that they're showing when they say that, they're fucking boring. I'm looking at you, Conway and Banks. But what I want to say is, if you like our draft jerseys, if you like what we do, that's the style
I
that we
do.
bring to beer league jerseys. And so if you want to really look fucking good, just reach out to the brand gameware.com. Reach out
I've
to
literally reached out to them. I'm
yeah,
in communications.
and I already know she wants a Cheers jersey. I get it.
Don't say it.
So outside of that, yeah, we do need some more. And listen, that wasn't really shots fired. I know people, oh, shots fired. Here's Nick talking shit. No, it's just like I think if you're gonna put out an ad that says, we're tired of boring jerseys, you have to put not boring jerseys on. But
True.
all they're doing is that they have a template and they just put a logo on it, and you're like, okay, well that's pretty fucking boring. So, um, I mean, there's other places like that too, but nonetheless, if you want jerseys, we can take care of you and you'll look good as fuck, right?
Yeah.
So I also forgot to mention that after Niagara, we're doing Pittsburgh, and then after Pittsburgh, we're doing Long Island. It's really Long Island. And then we go Austin, Texas after that, Oklahoma City, Chicago, Mildex, Nashville. What's at the end of August? I can't remember. Oh, then Richmond,
That's San
Virginia.
Diego.
That's Mildex in San Diego.
Oh, Miller.
Last week August is Richmond, Virginia Bash, and also the Puck 10 charity fundraiser for Tyler, our friend that was in a wreck, and he's not doing too well right now.
Oh,
Sad to report, but hopefully he just got to keep fighting. I hope he does keep fighting, and we're trying to do some good stuff, raise some money for his family, so bills and whatever can be taken care of.
Yeah.
And one other new thing we're doing, because I like to do new things, is in Pittsburgh we're going to bring the Bogey Classic. So we're going to do, everyone that's going to the draft, they're invited. We have at least 20 spots where you can come golf on Thursday. Have fun. We got surprises and
You
all that
bad
stuff.
at 2 sports in the same weekend.
Oh yeah, bud. Listen, I'm worse at golf than I am at hockey.
It's hard to believe.
I know it is hard to believe,
What's
but
the odds of you having a cheeseburger in your pocket for the round of golf?
that's a good question. Really depends on how my belly's feeling, So
Yeah.
so yeah,
Okay.
that's that. That's
All right.
what I'm doing.
Man, that's a lot. So people
No
have to
risk.
sign up for these tournaments on the website.
Yeah, BLPA.com. You can find it.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Fine.
then also Italy and Paris. We're really making a push for that. We're trying to get those sorted. Italy is March 18th through 27th, and
Six?
then Paris,
Seven?
yeah, 26th, and then April 1st through 10th for Paris. We still need about 5 or 6 skaters for each one of them. And then because I see Casey here, I know he's going to Japan in October and January, which both of those are sold out. But We are going to
Dang.
so.
Nicole says you're not worse at hockey.
Well, yeah. Okay, I appreciate that, one.
It's really nice.
Two, I'm worse at golf than I am hockey, which
Hey,
I
you know
really
what, man? Take a compliment. Chin up.
Yeah.
Chin up, buddy. That's right. Take
Look
that
at
compliment. You
look
own
at
it.
this jawline.
Jawline check.
Yeah, let's go.
Sharp.
Double.
All right, let's get some takes.
Okay, hit me with a take. Hit me with a hot take.
Oh, nice.
Fire
Well, you have to give the screen to the people.
Oh yeah. Let me hit myself with a hot take.
Please do. All right.
Oh, BLPA's takes, not even Jilly's.
I will just go on record saying 80% of the people did no better than I do.
I had to chime in post and
You
said,
did.
I said, what? All these are fucking boring.
Yeah, I'll get to that.
B
I'll get to
teams.
that. All right. So I like
Yep,
this.
I do too.
The 3-goal limit from Dexes should be the worldwide beer league standard.
Yeah.
Do we agree with that too much?
No, I don't. I don't agree with it, actually. What I do agree with is that the BLPA should be the worldwide beer league standard. But here's the deal. Like in the upper leagues, let the boys score. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let them play. Let them eat. That's what they want to do. They've been playing their whole life, and the other people they're playing against are so good that they can stop them from scoring if they want. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
In the lower levels, yeah, it should be the standard. And I think a lot of it is. But there are upper level hockey guys that you know what? Like if I could score 10 goals a game, I would want to score 10 goals a game. But if you're doing it against the same caliber of skill as you, then what's the problem, you know?
Yeah, so maybe this is where we teach grit. Like for the lower levels, like you're a loser, you have to be a real loser, and that's how you get better. So you got
Exactly.
7 times.
Go be a loser. Come back when you're better.
Yeah.
Come back when you don't suck.
You're
But
not
no,
welcome here unless you're a winner.
Exactly. Winners only.
All right. So we agree with this too much.
This is a good. Yeah. This is. It can't
Oh
be
wait, no, we
hot because.
disagreed with it.
Yeah, I disagree with this. So I guess it is hot. Hot.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
Ah.
The shower is better than the game sometimes. And I added his own commentary. I love shower time with the boys.
Wow. Well, listen, I do.
You know who this is from?
Yeah, sure. Call him out.
This is from our favorite sweater chest. From last
Oh,
week.
this is
Our BLPA mascot.
Okay, let's
Who
go.
may be making an appearance on a podcast in the very near future.
Hey, I think the reason why the boys love him is because he's basically a human loofah. You know what I'm saying? Like just put a little soap on. Yeah, put suds on his chest and let him rub against you, and you're clean.
Not too slippery. There's a lot of grip on there.
Yeah, I mean the shower. Yeah, I mean shower time is better. I like the locker room better. I mean, I think we at this point only play the games for the locker room time. You know,
pre-game shower and post-game shower.
Yeah, whatever.
The extra bonding.
Maybe we say, hey, you know what? We're getting beat pretty bad. It's second period. Let's just call it and go to the shower. You know,
timeout shower. All right. Shoot, we agree with this hot take.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right. Lower level guys and gals are always the ones to take the goalie bench in the locker room. So the second line is a question. Is this a real thing? Or step on the logo in the middle of the room? Is that a real thing?
Well, listen, I'm all about respect. I don't know if you know that I respect everything and everybody and
I haven't
everyone.
heard that, no.
Well, I'm just letting you know. But the whole don't step on the logo thing, cool. I get it in high school and college. Well, okay.
Is this a real thing? So I don't know. I
mean, I would imagine that there are some rinks where you're using like the college or the high school team's logo. But I mean, it's there. Like, come on, like it means not significant to me, right? You know, so I would probably not step on it, but if someone just walked through it, I'd be like, okay, cool. I wouldn't be like, you motherfucker. But as far as the goalie bench, hey, listen, motherfucker, what do you want? You want to play for free and you want to have assigned seating in the locker room? Get 5.
Sounds like it.
If I need room and there's more, that's where I'm going. I'm just letting you know. Maybe I am a lower level guy, but you know what? I'm taking it.
I don't think I would take it.
I'll take it. You know what I'll do? I'll fucking sit there and stare at the goalie dead in the eye after I'm already dressed and just watch him get dressed and struggle on the little bench. You know what?
Okay. I think I wouldn't sit there because I'm scared to break the rules. And I don't want someone to be mad at me. I'm sensitive.
Well, you know, Rod's mad at you right now. So
that one I can handle. Oh, okay. He's not too scary. If they can catch me, I'll be scared. He can't catch me. Next. Your $400 stick doesn't make any difference. Spend $150 like everybody else and suck at hockey.
This is what I'm saying. Like these are all
This is very agreeable.
yeah, 100%.
But
Like
in some world, does a good
yeah, if
stick
you're
make it
good,
better?
if you're good, if you have the ability, sure. But like lower level guys, beer leaguers, is you know,
But
ask me
there are
what.
higher level beer leaguers.
Yeah. I know. That's what I said. Lower level guys. Ask me how much my stick costs.
I don't want to talk to you about your stick.
Yeah, come on, ask me.
How much is
Ask me
your
to
hockey stick?
ask. No. So just
ask,
ask me. Just
ask me
ask me
about my
about my
stick.
stick. Ask me about my
How
stick.
much does your
Ask me
stick
what it
cost?
feels like, how big it is, all that stuff. What the flex is.
I'm calling HR.
Oh wow. Okay. Let's make those noises. Okay. Yeah. Let's go. I'll tell you, my stick is a little different now than it was before that noise. So, I have a $400 stick, but I a lot of my stuff gets like there are people like here BLPA promote me and stuff like that, but there is a difference between the sticks, but they for people my caliber doesn't make a difference. So that's why these are like, okay, cool. You're just stating something that
I think it would
everyone should
make me
agree
play
with.
better because it's kind of like having expensive sunglasses. Like you
You don't
just
make
kind of like walk with just like, like no one knows if you got it from TJ Maxx or if they're actually a product. Like if you know, then you walk the walk, you strut a little bit more. Like if I knew I had a nice stick, I'd be like,
Okay, let me ask you because I struggle with this, right? I'm bougie as fuck. I'm
mm,
gonna be I like nice things, right?
sure.
But what keeps me from splurging on nice things is knowing that like I own a business and I
Yeah.
interact with my customers all the time. And
Mm.
it's like, well, why is this guy with his fucking, $500 shoes walking
Oh,
out here,
so you
right?
feel bad when you talk to poor people?
No, I don't feel bad.
Scrooge
I just
McDuck.
say I just say that, it's just one of those things where it's like, how do you navigate that when you're dealing with customers, right? This is where our tournament money went. Well, yeah, like I bought this myself and I get paid by doing tournaments today. So, but anyway,
Yeah, but they could do it too. Wouldn't you rather have someone who's like running everything be like, "Oh, look, that guy's got it together," and like instead of like, "Ooh, he's struggling just as much as I am."
so I just run up with like a Escalade and some Louis Vuitton, like
Yeah.
so
Live
like
down,
when
live
I
down.
was in Japan, I bought like two pieces. I have two pieces of Louis Vuitton.
Oh,
And
oh,
it's like, where do I like, one of them's a hoodie I just really liked, but they're used. Like, it's like in Japan, it's crazy because 'cause a lot of people, like, wanna be up with the Joneses, right? They
yeah,
want every year, they want the newest stuff. So they
yeah.
just take all their old stuff and sell it and to buy
Oh,
the new stuff, and
yeah.
then you can get stuff for, like, half price. Like, I think I got, like, I've always wanted one of the Louis Vuitton like, duffel bags.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
like, I
Yeah,
always see,
yeah,
like, the
yeah, yeah.
pro players carrying 'em, I'm like, "Oh, it's fucking cool looking."
You wanna
And
be
so I
them.
look for one, and I literally found one for, like, I think it was, like, $490, and I was like, "Well, that's a
That
pretty
does
good
not make
deal."
you sound more relatable when it's only
What I'm saying
$490.
is, like, I wouldn't buy if it was, like, $3,000. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, when you go to the Japan airport and you're like, "Oh, that's a cool Louis Vuitton bag," and it's, like,
Yeah,
3 grand, you're like, "Who the fuck is paying $3,000
true.
for a bag?" Right? So,
Casey
but
is totally Casey totally agrees with me that you're marketing yourself too. Don't you want people to think that your business is successful?
that's true. Here's what I always struggle with. When I had people on the same flight as me, and I'm sitting in
Mhm.
first class, and they're walking back, and I'd always be like, "Well, fucking a free upgrade." So now I'm just gonna be like,
Yeah.
"Mm,
Be
hey,
like,
guess what?
start your own company then.
Next tournament's $100 more."
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
so,
If I would pay $100 more to not have you complain about your 5 AM flight, so I feel like that's a worthy cause.
send me $100 right now on Venmo,
Okay.
and my next 5 AM
Did you
flight, I
get
will
it?
not. I'll have to check afterwards,
Okay.
okay. So, next take.
Next. If your team can't consistently field at least 2 full lines, you need to merge with another team.
That is a hot take. I can see both sides. If your
Well,
league fees paid, why do you fucking care? Either way.
does it well,
It's
does if it impacts the game for the other team?
uh, well, how's it gonna impact it? That the other teams are gonna have easier?
Yeah, it's like not
Easier?
as not as fair. It's like, "Oh, man, you're not really putting as much effort into
Well,
this
I don't
as
know if
we
you've
are."
met beer leaguers, but most of them don't give a shit about the other, they just wanna win. That's what I've found.
Okay, so
They're
you
like,
would do
"Fuck that team. Fuck them. We'll fucking run them over."
will they? Is that
Well,
is that the mentality? Truly?
there's a lot of people,
Okay.
yeah. They just wanna win, bud.
But some people just want, like, a fun, good game. Like, this
Some
is
do.
their 2 hours away from or their husband who has a
What
slip
would you
disc,
rather do? What would you rather do?
win.
Yeah.
No, I'd rather have a fun game. I hate when it's a waste of my time.
You're a liar. You're a liar.
No, I swear.
You'd rather
If I'm gonna go
smoke
play a
than play.
volleyball game and it's like the team sucks, I'm like, what's the point? Like, and then
What's
I
the
don't even
skunk
play
roll?
as good.
What's the
Well,
skunk roll? Like 14-0, and you just like, well, it's over.
ain't no skunk.
Okay.
Just once the game's over, it's over. So I guess
Okay.
25.
Yeah, this
25
one's a
is
tough
not
one. So I
much.
guess this one is hot because you can argue both sides for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
So you were hating on a lot of these takes, and it seems like we can make arguments for both sides. All right, here's what your takes.
Hell yeah, let's fucking go.
All right, these are all Nick's. He
Handsome
came in
motherfucker.
like a force to this comment section. He said, "All your guys' takes suck. These are real hot takes." And he
Yep.
went on to list like 10 different hot takes. I think
Oh
I
yeah,
took
bro.
3.
Yeah.
Number
Hell
1,
yeah. 100%.
goalie should pay full price.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you agree with it,
Oh,
obviously.
yeah, I said it.
There. Argue
Preach.
about it.
Preach.
Amen, sister. I mean, the comments are kind of they're having a little bit of a field day with these two. So I know our thing is delayed and I want to see what their opinion is too before I go rattling off my mouth. I mean, so what's the argument for them not to pay full price?
Kicking team of 8 ass is sorry. Like
Sorry, so Dennis likes.
Yeah, Dennis loves it, bro. Like he's
Dennis just needs that W.
Yeah, Dennis needs the dub. He's still mad at you for not coming streaking in Savannah. So it's kind of.
Yeah, you know what? I take full ownership of that.
Yeah.
Fair for everyone. See, they're also talking about our past one.
Yeah,
So
well, keep going.
I mean, truly, the argument for goalies not paying full price is what? No one wants to be a goalie.
No, it's not even that. Like these people chose to be a goalie as an adult. Like it's not
So
even
why would they not pay full price?
because they think that you can't play without us, so you should pay for us to play.
Union.
That's what they think. They think that, yeah. Well, they do. I mean, yes.
It's like a nurse going on strike.
Yeah, they think that's and listen. And so my rebuttal to that is whether right or wrong is okay. Well, what would happen if none of the players showed up? You guys would just stand at each end in your fucking nets and just tell each other how cool
you're could trying to score across the ice.
No, they just tell each other how good their fucking 7th set of pads look. Like you need everyone to play. And I'm not saying goalies aren't important. I've never said that one time. And I've never even said that you shouldn't pay for a goalie. All I've said is that goalies shouldn't expect to play for free because we're adults and this is our hobby and you pay to play your hobbies. You don't expect another full-grown fucking adult to pay for your hobby. Would it be nice? Yeah. If you're one of the people that these people do it, good for you. But don't walk into a dressing room and say, listen, I'm a goalie. So because I'm a goalie, I expect that you guys are going to pay for me to play.
I get to sit on my little bench and tell you about my gear. And then
here's the deal. Casey is a goalie. Casey is a goalie and I have to spend twice as much on gear.
Personal problem.
I get it. Goalie gear is more expensive, but if you start adding, and I've done this on a podcast and I got death threats from the goalie gear sluts union or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
It evens out eventually, right? At like sticks, at what point does it not even out, right? And what I will say is that you also get to pick your gear. I can go online right now, and if I'm a low level goalie, and I can find a full set of pads for $300 to $400. Like I don't have to spend $3,000 on a custom set of pads, $1,000 on, everything else. I would say you got to spend $1,000 on a helmet. 100% get it. 100%. Yeah, I would always invest in a helmet. All right. But outside of that, like you can find, you don't have to have top of the line stuff. That's all I'm saying. So
okay.
The gear,
you can get that $490 duffel bag. You don't have to pay $3,000.
The argument that our gear costs more is just kind of bunk because it's a personal. It's just like you paying the position. I didn't make you play a position that costs more. Like, yeah, it was your choice. That's what you wanted to do. I didn't hold you against your will and say, hey, you're going to be the fucking goalie. So. Okay. See, I never understood why goalies get half price or free leave. See, I understand. I don't think it should be the standard. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Are you done arguing with yourself?
What a take. Let's go. This, I should be doing hot takes, but I just don't have time.
You are. You did them. All I have to do is dangle a little bait out in front of you. You're like, I don't have time. I'm like, and you're like,
well, got me.
All right. 10:30 p.m. ice time is not late.
Not at all. You're a fucking adult.
Yeah.
You're an adult. Guess who gets those times before? Kids. Right? Because kids have to go to sleep because they got to go to school. I understand. You got to go to work. It's one time a fucking week. One time.
Yeah.
And you guys, oh, it's too late. Too late to play hockey. It's 10:30.
Tired.
Come on, bro. Like you're literally up until midnight playing video games, probably. You know, and before 10:30, you're watching your kids if you have kids. So you can't use those as an excuse. I got kids. Yeah, you got to watch them fucking kids. You can't just say, hey, I'm gonna lay down on the floor all fucking day and not watch a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what about sometimes those kids wake up in the night? Maybe once your kids can sleep, then this isn't late.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's all sorts of things, but 10:30 is not late. And I'll get people that say, "Oh, we can't come out 10:30." It's like, man, that is a prime time slot. That's a prime time slot. Prime time.
You should take it every time.
Prime time. I wish I had it every time. 10:30 p.m.
Really? I would quit.
Would you rather have a 10:30 p.m. time or a 7:30 a.m. time?
Absolutely 7:30 a.m.
No, hell no.
150,000 times over.
Because you gotta be there like an hour before. So 6:30 a.m. So you gotta leave your house at 6 a.m.
I leave my house at 5 a.m. for volleyball tournaments during the season.
Get out of here.
I don't even want to hear it.
I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. I'm saying I don't. I would rather have the nighttime.
No. Allow me to have a different opinion.
See, Sue says we play at 9:40 p.m. every week, and people say it's too. It's not late.
It is.
That's an adult time. That's when adults.
I don't want to be an adult, so.
But you are.
No.
No one asked you to become an adult. You know what I'm saying?
No one asked me how I identify. That's age.
Ageism. Okay. Next, great time. Great. Another.
I could do this and make it look like I have a little French mustache.
Oui.
Okay. Teams that forfeit should pay.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say that I disagree with this. So
it's a good one.
It's a good take.
It should be a standard.
I don't know why someone would not think.
Well, because they just think, well, we've already paid. We paid for our time, so if we don't show up, no big deal. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but it is a big deal because the other team also paid and they're not getting a game. And so they'll be like, well, they still get the ice time. But that's not what they paid for. They didn't pay for an ice time. They didn't pay for a $400 shinny. They paid to play a game. So
okay, what if someone slips a disc?
Well, that's one person out of an 11-person team.
Actually, 4 of them.
So 4 of them have slipped a disc?
They're all doing Romanian deadlifts. Yeah.
Is that how Rob Rod hurt himself?
Hypothetically speaking.
Is that really how he did it?
Yeah.
See, this is why people shouldn't exercise. Like you guys are saying, you gotta.
You know what? You're the poster child for not exercising.
Yeah. Like, listen, do you see me laying on the fucking floor not being able to do anything? No.
No, but you barely get off the toilet every day because of your tummy issues. So I don't know.
But I do. All right. Rob's not even barely getting up.
He's tweeting from the hospital in Poland or wherever you were.
That was something completely different. All right. I got that medical bill today, by the way.
What was it? It was like 84 cents.
Well, it was $700. So, and I'm like that. Okay, so basically, I paid for a hotel in a hallway for 2 nights.
Kidding. It's the cheapest hotel you could have gotten.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I just feel like if you forfeit, if you're the reason the teams lose a game, you don't pay, but give them one of your other games, so you lose 2 games.
Wait, no, that's not how that works. Why? I don't think that's how that works.
That's actually how it is work. It worked in a league that I ran. That's how we did it, and it worked out perfectly.
You have to give another game, but what if it's something out of your control and then you're just losing games?
It's not out of your control because you can find subs.
You can't.
Like, okay, if your whole team decides they're going to take a bus to the game for your league game on Wednesday night at 10:30 p.m. and you're going to sit in that bus and you're going to bitch about how fucking late it is. And you're going to be like, yeah, but you guys even make me fucking pay my league fees to play this late. And then that bus gets in a wreck and you can't make it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But if
it's just me left standing on the logo in the locker room.
Yeah. And if it's just like, you know what? The boys decided they'd rather, this game has been scheduled on Valentine's Day for, the whole season since September. And they've just decided that, hey, they'd rather go out and drink beer with each other at the Lonely Hearts Club and not play. But listen, you gotta pay. You gotta pay. Okay, next.
Whatever. Man, Jeff said he always misses us when we start, so you need to figure out a way to tell people that we're here.
Maybe I'll text them. Personal text.
Okay.
Yep.
This is the idea of having a beginner team with a ringer.
Yep. Oh, you want me to say the whole thing? They should play. Teams should play up to their best players in a division that their best players can be competitive in, instead of letting them play down to where they're absolutely better than everybody. And I get it, but we're beginners. So how can we play up there? Cool. Don't have these players on your team. It's
But they're
simple.
friends, and the ringer doesn't know anybody else on the higher team.
Well, again, that's stuff that can be dealt with outside of having a ringer come out and ruin other people's days, right? But here's the caveat of that: beginner teams, they don't know truly what a ringer is.
Okay.
They think anybody that is better than them personally is a ringer.
Well, are they?
No, I mean, there's so many.
There isn't like
Listen,
one set standard for a ringer.
no, there's not. It's definitely in phases. But let me tell you this: I remember doing a hockey game, tournament in Columbus, and we're watching the championship game. It's a 2-2 game. It's a good game, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, right?
Mhm.
And there, a guy playing defense with like a minute and a half left, 2 minutes left, maybe. He gets the puck. He makes one move around a guy, goes to the fucking across the blue line, and just takes a shot, and it goes in, and that's the game-winning goal.
That's
And the
right.
other team, they bitched about, oh, this guy's a fucking ringer. You saw him go fucking coast to coast. I'm like, guys, I was standing right there. He didn't go coast to coast. He got around one guy and took a shot, and it went in. Like,
Yeah.
that's not a ring. I watched the game.
You
Like,
know
it's
what? You should put a clause into your tournaments that people have to decide after the first period. Like they fill out a ringer sheet. Like, do you think anyone on this team is a ringer? So it's like in writing. No, we're good. Game carries on.
But the hard part is that whenever you do it, so these beginner teams, and I'm going to tell you how beginner divisions get out of control and become not beginner divisions. Team A comes out and they're brand new. Team B came out and they were brand new last year. And so they got a couple guys that can skate because they've been playing a little bit longer than this team. Cool. Not necessarily a ringer, but better, right?
Yeah.
That's just the way it goes. Well, Team A says, oh, holy shit, these guys got these two guys that are better than everyone on our team. We need someone that's better. Okay. So then they go get a couple guys that are better than the Team B's guys. Well,
Yeah.
then Team B is like, holy shit, these guys got people that are better than our everyone. So now we got to go get a couple guys that are better. And then it becomes an arms race and everyone in the division is no longer beginners. And so you don't have a beginner division. It's just silly.
Okay.
And how do beginners get better if they don't ever get to play? Because all the ringers are playing with the puck 99% of the time. It doesn't make sense. So I always thought that this is how it should. It's impossible to police 100%. I get it. But in theory, you should play up to your highest skill levels division and not to your lowest skill level. And if you don't like it, then just don't have those guys playing. But again, a lot easier to say, harder to police. I get it.
Right.
Got it.
So you agree that your take is hot.
My take's here, baby. Let's go.
Okay. I think that's all your takes.
Oh, but
I like yours most.
I got so many takes.
Nobody fires you up like you.
Yeah, somebody's got to do it.
You're really
Can someone
fighting
not fire
yourself
me up?
here.
Actually, people actually know how to fire me up if they start talking about goalie shit. They know I'm going to go off, right? If they start talking about, they know how to get me going. But some people are like, "Holy fuck, we do not want to get Nick going." And here's what chat's saying. Hey, chat.
Hey,
I
Chad.
play in a league. I play in a league every Friday, and people say 9:30 is too late. See, most commissioners ask for blackout dates prior to seasons and accommodate. So it's on the captains to coordinate with the team. A day you won't have enough players. If you forfeit, you pay. Okay, my league did not, but we were also running 300 teams over 5 cities. So to do that we had different schedule packages where like you could pay an extra $1,000 and you could guarantee at least half your game started at 10:30, the prime time. So
Okay.
Anyway,
you know what I forgot that I wanted to do is talk about something that's hot.
Oh yeah. Is it going to be in a sexy voice?
Let's slow it down just a little bit.
Are you going to ask me about my stick first or what?
Wah, 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 wah,
Oh, new merch, baby. Let's go.
New merch just dropped. I'll tell you my favorite.
Yep.
I like skeleton no short shifts because it feels selfish and it feels like my kind of behavior.
That's called the Jeff Peck.
Yeah. Did he buy one?
No, he don't buy shit. He's because he's still out there taking a long shift.
Yeah, you know what, you're right. He's busy on the ice.
It actually changed up a little bit. That's the front print. And I actually did like the little skater guy with no text. It still says BLPA, but it's on like the little pocket and it's a big back print.
Okay, I like that more, I think. I like a little pocket on there.
That's good. And that tank top, people were digging that.
The black one?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, obviously. Why did I think there were more than one?
Yeah.
That is pretty cute. Crushing beers. You know what? You need to send one of those to Jason.
Jason.
Team no sleeves.
Yeah. No. don't even think for a second that I didn't send him the tanks first and say, thoughts on this. And he said,
Yeah.
send them to me.
You know? Send it to me and then I'll let you know my thoughts.
Yeah. No, he just said send it because he's going to wear it. He loved it. And listen, Sue bought that goalie shirt up there. She
I like that.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Standing on the logo though.
So.
Okay. I thought it was a tire in the middle, but that's a puck.
Well, it's a puck turned on its side with wings.
Lexi says her next decks will probably be in Boston during March.
Let's go, Lexi.
That would be sweet.
Oh, Boston is fucking sweet. We don't have any helmet stickers because here's my deal. We need helmet stickers, and I need to get some. I need to order I keep saying my problem is I have size issues. Like I can't conceptualize the size of things.
Oh, bad spatial relations. I did that too.
Like, see, like I didn't do this. Like the guy put it too high, but I don't know like what is the perfect size logo for a hat.
It's not about the size of the logo. It's what you do with it.
Well, thank you, Jillian. I appreciate you saying that. Okay. And you're right. This logo is about 6 inches. So it's, well, that could be closer. That could be closer to 7, I think. But nonetheless, so I have issues. And so I've ordered some helmet stickers before and they were too big. I'm like, that looks shitty. And so I don't like, it's like, here, let me get a patch. This patch is the size of my face.
Lord.
And so I feel like 4 inches. I'm like, that's not that big. And then you get it and you're like, holy fuck, 4 inches is huge. Holy.
Yeah. So, and a lot of people want to hear
what are all these ladies bitching about? You know what I'm saying? Like,
a lot you can do with that patch.
Yeah. So I need to do it. I need to figure out a way to spatially measure things and then get it on and, get my 2-inch things working,
Are you okay?
Oh yeah. You asked me about my stick.
You don't want to stop talking about your stick.
There's some things that just get me going. You said it.
Okay. And with that, I think it's time for our first ad break.
Okay.
So I'm going to send you our ad right now. The company reached out to me, but they wanted you to read it.
I hate it when this happens. Oh, okay.
I got to choose the voice you talk in, just like when you tell me how to do the mouth hugs.
Yeah, but I'm not good with voices. I just have like one Nick voice.
Are you saying I'm good at something?
You are very good at something. Good girl.
Something.
Good girl.
Are you going to add a smutty audio to your book that TC Riley's writing?
Coming to you live from Big Daddy Dangles. Good girl.
I'm going to spend some time on the toilet later.
Take my glasses off. Okay.
Here, please read this ad.
This episode brought to you by Puck Bunny Lager, the official beer of bad decisions, bench minors, and waking up in gear you didn't play in.
Hot.
Tired of drinking some soft-ass, watered-down brew that tastes like your ex's tears? Puck Bunny Lager is brewed with 100% regret, 9% ABV, and a flavor profile that screams, I peaked in juniors. One tall boy of this, and suddenly you're chirping refs like it's the cup final, throwing hands with your own teammates and DMing your ex's sister between periods. Need to pregame your Thursday night D-League like it's a goddamn Olympics? Crack a Puck Bunny Lager. Side effects may include suspension from adult league, calling for a line change after 20 seconds, and waking up next to someone wearing a jersey you don't recognize. Use promo code FilthyWishshot for 10% off. And a free roll of hockey tape that smells like accent disappointment. Puck Bunny Lager. Because if you're going to suck, you might as well be drunk and shirtless when you do it.
Yeah. Heard that.
There was at one point a beer league lager that was sold and marketed, and it came with like a roll of clear tape inside of it. That's pretty funny.
That'd be sweet.
A long time ago. Yeah. I remember I met with the guys that made it in like Toronto in like 2015 or 2016 or something. That's crazy. Yeah. So.
I'm trying to find, I like what I always call him Geoff in my head. What Jeff said, you need to make use this voice wheel to spin.
Oh, that would be good. So it's like when they do it like on, not Jimmy Kimmel, but who's the other guy?
Fallon.
Oh, fuck's sakes.
Yeah. Wait, let me see. I found one.
when they do it, and then it's like Ariana Grande has to sing in
Yes.
everyone's voice.
She's good at it though.
Yeah, she's really.
Let's find out. I just found this random wheel.
Oh boy. Okay, Jillian's gonna do whatever voice comes up.
Why are there only like 4 on here? This is gonna be offensive. No. Game's over.
Yeah,
That's the end of the bit.
No, thank you.
Good. I
For
don't
those
want
that
to
don't
get
know,
canceled
it said, what
already.
did it say? Do it in an Indian voice. Is that what it said?
Yeah. Yeah. In a happy mood. Why
No,
is
that's
it
it.
like offensive to do some accents but also not others?
It reminds me of that there's that Office episode. Are you an Office
Of
fan?
course it is.
And
Yeah.
like he makes everyone do different voices, and
We should just do a podcast where it's just us watching The Office.
that would be pretty funny. Can I also talk about we've talked about this many times.
Okay.
I know we don't have much time left, but we talked about this many times, and it's hair transplants.
Okay. Yeah, you're getting a little serious about this.
I've even had consultations
with a
like
Turkish or with an American?
So there was it's a consortium of doctors, and they basically tell you what you need, and then they set you up with different plans. And you can choose, you want to go to US or Turkey or wherever. And I've even done, and listen, I'm still not sold on it.
Yeah.
Not because I don't think it'll work. A lot of people have really good results. It's 1, time, 2, money, 3, how much is it gonna hurt?
You can do pain. You have tummy problems.
Yeah, I know. I don't like them.
Yeah, but do you like
what I'm
hair?
I don't know. I haven't had it in so long.
You know what you should do is, have you seen those toupees, like the really good toupees on
Yeah,
Instagram?
no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna.
Why?
I said it'd be funny if I got one like Yager, like a big mullet, and then like wore it out. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Because what if you get hair and you're like, I don't like this.
I don't even like this. Well,
Yeah.
and then I was at my doctor's yesterday getting like my prescriptions, and I just kind of told her, and she's like, I'm not opposed. Like she does a lot of work with like the police officers. Like she used to be stationed in the police station here, and she's like, a lot of the police officers get it, and they've all had pretty good results with it. But why don't you try like finasteride or Propecia or something as you get going, because it'll stop it where it's at, and then maybe make it a little denser and grow. And so I was like, okay, cool. So I got the prescription. I was taking it to get a fill, and I started reading like some of the side effects, and it's like you could have erectile dysfunction, lose any kind of appetite for sexual urges, and you could also grow breasts. And I was like,
What's wrong with that?
I love breast.
You like
all right,
breast.
but here's the deal: I don't want to be a bald headed dude that can't get an erection with titties. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. I mean, maybe that's some people's cup of tea, but not mine. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's just like,
Well, you don't have to be into you.
No hair. Here I am with no
A
hair.
milkshake brings it about.
And so I was like, nah, I'm not gonna take. And maybe it's the chances are low. But there's still a chance,
You're saying there's a chance. I think we should buy you some wigs
and just wear them, and that's
you
what I
wear
wear.
wigs
Okay.
and just to try.
Here, see, and Propecia shrinks your knot. So not only would I be bald, have boobs, and not be able to get a chub,
B1-y,
I would also have small balls.
Okay.
It's just.
Are you in a ball measuring contest every other weekend? Like, why does it matter?
Yeah. Haven't you ever heard? What's this dick measuring? Well, we've stopped the dick measuring contest, boys. We're doing nut size measuring. Pull out your sacks and let's see whose is bigger.
At the next Dex.
Have you seen like the ball sack photography?
No.
So it's just it's not even like they don't like take close-ups of like their ball sacks, but it's like, how like girls will do like they'll go out into the mountains and do like their back to it, and they'll be like topless, or they'll turn side where you can just see boob. And it's like they'll do it and they'll take it from like behind, and you can just see like outlines of the balls. Like it's just funny. I find that kind of humor very funny. So
Thanks for sharing that with us. Post-game shower. Yeah, that would make it tough for your post-game shower.
Yeah.
You can't be comparing ball size anymore then.
Yeah, well, I mean, I could. I just lose. And they're like, why are your balls so small now? Well,
you said it's not about winning or losing. It's about having fun and having hot showers with the boys.
That's true. I mean, but you still want to be proud of yourself,
You can love yourself at any size.
Oh, man. Wow.
All right. Well, I had 2 other things, but we're not doing it this week because we're giving it the time it needs.
Okay, so we got proposals to do next week. I'll be in DC. Well,
And
I'll be in Canada, Niagara, or I don't know. I'll be somewhere.
you'll be somewhere in the world. We have to talk about it. We have proposal videos. I'll have 2 next week. And then I had an Am I the Asshole story and our top 5s game.
Hey, can we do the Am I the Asshole? But obviously, I want to put. I knew this was going to come if someone was listening that knew him. But imagine standing next to Jason if they were smaller. Exactly. That's the whole thing. And I don't. I'm not trying to be gross, but we've all seen them. We've seen boobs and balls and penis. Jason has huge balls. It's insane. Like we thought something was wrong with him for a long time. I'm serious. I'm serious.
I
We've
don't
talked about
know
it
how to react to
on,
this.
on this podcast. We
He's talked about it?
yeah. I mean, it actually happened like at one of the draft parties. Like it came up, and then like some girls were like, we don't believe it. We don't, and they're like, show it.
Classic.
And it was no classic. Show me yours. I'll show you mine. And it worked out in that way. But they were like, holy shit. Those are huge balls. Like it's his nickname. He has hockey jerseys and like people like will put nicknames on them and they're like meaty clackers. So it's, so I'm definitely not going to take Propecia and then get Jason in a locker room shower with me. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you got to have both ends of the spectrum.
But you should shower. I do want to say that. I think it's showering, and not for the boys part of it, which is important, but showering is important after you get all sweaty and stuff,
Yeah, this segment brought to you by 5th grade health class.
which is basically what the Substack is, right? For hockey players. Yeah.
That's like your
Okay,
hot
let's
take.
do the Am I the Asshole, and then we'll get out of here.
Okay, because it can be a small one. Okay, so
Should I get a hair transplant? Should I get a hair transplant?
No, I told you we need to buy you wigs first. I really don't know if you're gonna like hair as much as you think you will.
No, I used to look good with hair. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I look good
I don't
now
know
with
if
the
it's
hat.
vibe anymore.
What do you mean? My vibe is like I'm freaking bald. Like
I
it's a
know,
fucking
but you wear hats a lot.
yeah. But I could still wear hats with hair. Like it's.
But why
You know what I'm
would
saying?
you? And you can't
Well,
for a while because you're gonna have to keep that thing exposed
14,
and let
14
those.
days.
Oh yeah, that's not bad. Have you seen
Yeah.
the picture that the girl shared on some social media where it's like coming back from Turkey and it was like the tops of
Yeah.
the rows and like all the guys with their little dotty heads?
Mhm. You got to, right? Maybe I
I
shouldn't have bought
support
that.
the movement. I'm just saying, I think that you care about it probably more than anybody else, which
Here,
you should love
here's the
yourself,
deal.
but
I don't. I don't like. I want hair just to have hair. Like I'm not like, oh, everyone's looking at me and making fun of my bald head.
okay,
I don't think that.
you
I
want it
just
for
think I
you.
look better. But I will say I was at Cooper's school yesterday picking him up, and there's this kid in a grade below him that's a complete ass to
Yeah.
everyone. Like he's always just saying rude shit. And it's like the kid, like, and he's a bully, and it was one of Cooper's bullies. And I wish Cooper had the gumption to when the kid bullied him, he would just fucking sock him in the face. But yesterday he's
Oh,
walking, he's like, and listen, the kids know me for 3 years. Like I've known it. And he goes, "Are you Cooper's dad?" I'm like, "Yeah, Soren, like you've known me." He's like, "Oh, I thought you were his grandpa," and then walked off. And he does shit like that.
normalize decking children.
He does shit like that all the time, and I'm like, "What a fucking shit." And listen, but I get funny,
It
funny.
is a little bit funny.
Yeah, it's funny, but it's like, what a little shit. Like I can't
It's a
wait
lot
till
of
someone
laughter.
just bows that kid right in the face. So
Yeah, isn't that the worst when like a kid will say something and you're like, the things I wish I could say to you, but then I would go to jail. Like that's not
yeah,
fair just because I'm a grown up.
but like everyone just says own it, and listen, I am owning it. Obviously, I wear a hat everywhere. It is what it is, right?
Not
But
owning
it's
it.
just it's just like girls that get boob jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They think they look better. They
personal
want it.
choice.
And
But then
yeah.
they get a boob job and then they're like, "Oh, I don't like the way this feels and it's making me sick and I don't feel like myself," and they get an explant. So, I'm just saying, let's buy a couple
Yeah.
Amazon wigs.
But no, they have to be nice for it. And I get it. They're like, why, why are guys looking at me like this? It's like, well, listen, you literally went from B to triple F. So of course, so maybe that our girl's gonna be looking at me like that. Like, look at this guy's fully left his head of hair
Wow, look
because
at
I
that.
because I look I look at like Sue's husband, Wild Man Bill, has this
Yeah,
luscious flowing mane of hair,
really.
and I'm just like, God damn, Bill, Wild
There's
Man
something
Bill,
to it.
So maybe I won't like how the women look at me after I have a full head of hair, I
That's
don't
right,
know.
you want that extra unwanted attention.
I mean, already an international beer league playboy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah, I've heard that about you.
you know what I'm saying? And so it's just, but hey, like you said, you gotta make your business look successful, so I might as well, keep playboying it up.
Do you see what Casey said as the comeback to your child?
My comeback was, no, I'm not his grandpa. I'm not dead like your grandparents.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't say that. I wanted to.
Casey said that's no way to talk to your stepdad. I like that more.
The problem was, like, his parents were, like, literally, like, 10 feet away, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
I would've got into it with this little kid, you know?
Oh,
But
so they
I
didn't say anything to correct him?
no, but
Sounds
I've
like
I've
blame the
seen his dad. I
parents.
think I can beat up his dad, I'm pretty sure. So it's kinda,
Thank
you know, what are you gonna do?
goodness.
You know? So,
You
I
versus a girl or you versus that kid's dad?
yeah, it just depends. Am I on Propecia? Do I have boobs or what? You know?
Oh, so you're not tough if you have boobs?
Well, I mean, if I've lost my boobs and my balls, I'm a half a man,
You
so
gained your
I'm
boobs, you
probably half
lost your
his.
balls.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I've got bigger boobs, you know, so,
Yeah, something to look at.
you know, so,
Okay,
and
well, we're saving it for next week then.
am I the asshole? Come on, go, 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 go.
We are on absolute borrowed time right now.
Okay, hurry, hurry, hurry.
Okay, so if this would happen in a beer league, so there was a guy who was filing a lawsuit because he was blinded by someone's high stick. So got the penalty, whatever. So the guy who did it may have been the guy who high stick was violent, but is this guy the asshole for saying it's your fault for not wearing a cage?